Okay, but yes, I'm pleading guilty to them.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty, Ms. Tomaszek.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We would like to ask the court today for any leniency in sentencing for Ms. Rude. Your Honor, I know you're fully aware of her issues with her mental health. Ms. Rude indicates there's a specific type of therapy that she knows she needs, that she does want to try. So, Your Honor, we would just like to ask the court for any leniency. I did speak with her and her sister today. Currently, both of her parents are in the hospital. They are both caring for her daughter, Ava, right now, and I know Ms. Rude wants to be able to get home, get to her daughter. She's concerned about her parents due to their age and medical conditions, taking care of her daughter. She's trying to make it her priority. She does want to get back to work.
This is a classic mitigation strategy: mental health, family hardship, and responsibility toward a child. In sentencing, judges weigh these human factors, but here's the catch: they also weigh pattern of behavior. So the real question is, does sympathy outweigh history?
So we'd just like to ask the court for any leniency today. Thank you.
Ms. Rude, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
I do apologize about how I presented myself a couple months ago. You and my probation officer have nothing to do with the traumatic experience that I've experienced within life. I wanted to be cooperative, but I did go into NeoCap with an open mind. I had a mental break in there. I'm not able to take medication. The meds that I am prescribed, they don't allow them, and I did try my hardest to go to treatment in there. It just was very difficult for me. So I know that you said a couple months ago that you didn't think my daughter was my main priority, but she is my main priority, and I do want to get back home to my daughter. I do speak to her every day, and I am really worried that my parents something might happen to them. They're both in their 80s. My mom has Alzheimer's, and my dad, he's been like battling on and off with bronchitis.
This is an emotional pivot, and it's powerful. She's not just asking for leniency, she's painting a picture of urgency and fear. But courts often ask one tough question: is this a turning point, or something we've heard before? What do you think? Does this feel genuine or too late?
Last couple of months, and today my dad revealed to me that they were on their way after dropping my daughter off to school, that they were on the way to the ER. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with my parents, but I'm a little scared. I don't want my daughter to be anything like me. I don't want her to experience anything that I experienced within foster care, and I know that that's the next step for her if my parents, something happens to them. So if offered another opportunity into society, you will never see me within your courtroom, and that is 100% on my life a promise. If offered one more opportunity, I won't be here anymore. I'll try my best to just be a better person, and I will absolutely stay away from this past relationship because it's got me into a lot of this, like, serious problems. Like, I now have an open case with Child Protective Services due to what happened that night. I have like so many things going on with law right now. Like, I have another case that I'm fighting in Cuyahoga County. I have warrants that I've never usually would have because I haven't made it to court. I have health conditions and things that I have to get back to my doctors pertaining to. I have a daughter to take care of. I'm not trying to be disobedient when it comes to law anymore. I don't even really want to be in relationships anymore. I just want to focus on me, trying to get myself together so I could take care of myself and my daughter. I'm so sorry for how I presented myself the last couple of months. I'm so sorry for how I dealt with everything pertaining to my mind and my spirit. I will try.
That right there, that's the promise every judge hears at least once a day. You'll never see me again. The problem? Courts don't sentence based on promises. They sentence based on patterns. And the judge has been watching this pattern for a while.
My best if given one more opportunity to abide by my treatment.
Well, the point of the community control from back in May, and then once again we were here on the violation, was to put you in a position so you could do everything that you just said you want to do, but you resisted at every front. You resisted at NeoCap, you resisted at mental health court. You have been causing problems over here at the jail. And you have, and I don't consider what you said to me in court, I don't really care about. I don't even remember most of it, okay? I don't care. People say stuff to me and call me names all the time. It doesn't bother me at all. So if you're worried about me holding that against you, then that's not a worry. It's not a concern, it's not an issue. The issue is that you've got to...
And here it is, the judge's reasoning crystal clear. It's not about hurt feelings, attitude, or apologies. It's about repeat behavior. Legally, this is huge. Once someone violates community control multiple times, the court starts running out of alternatives.
Violent past, as exhibited through domestic violences and assaults that have continued on and on and on. This case arose out of this situation with Willis Joyner that you insisted on continuing and resulted in you being here. Once you were here, we tried to give you an opportunity and an avenue to straighten all this out, and you have just steadfastly refused at every turn. And so this is what you have brought upon yourself. And this hasn't stopped. It's continued since you got back over at the jail, through your disruption over there. So now, when you are out from under this case, then you can go and get all the help you need and try to change your behavior, or you can just keep doing what you're doing. But there's a predictable end if you keep doing what you're doing. So you decide what you want to do. But the fact is, you're not amenable to community control anymore because there's nothing left to do with you. Even if I wanted to do something more with you on community control.
That line hits hard. There's nowhere for you to go. That's the system essentially saying, we tried everything. And once rehabilitation options are exhausted, incarceration becomes the default. Tough question. Should the system keep trying? Or is this where accountability has to take over?
There's nowhere for you to go because nobody will take you because of what the history you have created. You have done that.
I wanted to, I just want to say, when it comes to mental health court, I was actually grateful that you gave me the mental health court. I wanted to still continue to come to mental health court. So I was really confused as to why Judge Trevitz did not want me to be in his courtroom anymore.
Any input on that?
Your Honor, communicating with the mental health staff in the jail, Ashley was approached about mental health court and said, fuck mental health court. That got back to the judge, and the judge terminated you for being back in jail and making that comment.
Okay.
I don't recall saying that.
Ashley was being brought from NeoCap to participate in mental health court. When she got kicked out of NeoCap, she was no longer able to do that. I think the attempts to have her continue with that program ended at that time.
All right. All right, well, I'm terminating your community control. I'm going to sentence you to 14 months in prison with credit for 288 days, and the costs are assessed. When you get out, you might be on post-release control for up to 2 years. Under the parole authority, if they place you on post-release control, they'll put conditions on you. If you violate the conditions, they could return you to prison for up to 7 months. If your violation's a new felony, you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation, the maximum of which is a greater of 12 months or the time left under post-release control. Anything else, Ms. Tomaszek?
No, Your Honor, thank you.